Right. Now that we've built our add action, all we still have to do is to develop our update action. So I'm already in SQL, and we'll just quickly have a look at the stored procedure that's going to implement our update. If we recall, again, it's a very simple stored procedure, which effectively takes a number of parameters that it's going to get from FrameworX and a very straightforward update statement where ID equals @ID. Again, same as with the add action, this is a simple implementation. However, depending on your use case, you might be updating records in multiple tables across multiple databases. FrameworX is not concerned with the complexity of the stored proc, as long as the stored proc has the desired effect. We're going to switch over now back to our administration tool, and we're going to now go and build the update action. If we look at the definition of our data view, we can see so far it's got one action. We can drill into its actions, and the system lists the new employee action. We're going to create a new action, which we're going to call our update employee action. We just give it a description. Update employee info. As with everything in FrameworX, most things just require a database connection, which in this case is HR, and our action requires a stored procedure, which is STP employees update. And we just need to tell FrameworX, it's not 100% essential, but we can tell FrameworX that this is the edit action. I'll tell you where that comes in later. We can tell FrameworX not to show it in the menu. We don't want it as a button, and we would like it in the context menu. So we're done as far as that's concerned. Same as when we did our add action, we need to tell FrameworX about the update actions parameters. So we can drill into the parameters, and we could add them one by one, or we can just ask FrameworX to generate the parameters for us, which it's done. We need to customize these parameters, their parameter names as they are in the stored procedure. And we're able to change the captions if we want. I'll just bring this in line with what we did on the other side. Our photo is of type image that's stored in a database. Our date of birth column is actually obviously going to be of type date. I forgot to put that in last time. One further step we need to do, we need to tell each action parameter for this update action where it must get its original value from. So we're going to be clicking on a line in the data view, and therefore we would like each action parameter to get its value from a column in the line. So the ID parameter must get its value from the ID column. The name parameter must get its value from the name column. And we can basically just fill these all in, which is just mapping where the action parameter must get its initial value from when the action is opened. Date of birth and photo. As with any good application, you're not going to want your user to edit the key field, which in this case is the ID field. So we can make the ID field read-only, and we can even actually go and make it invisible, meaning that the user won't even actually see it. So we've done enough customization on the update actions parameters so we can save the parameters. So if we refresh, our action definition has got 8 parameters. We can go back to our actions definition, and it's got 2 actions. We can switch right over now to our application, and let's just see if it's all working as expected. So we're going to launch our employees data view, and we should effectively be able to be on any record now. Right click, and we get an update employee, and it's mapping the values from the particular column onto the action parameters, and we should be good to go. So if we were to, for example, upload an image for this particular user, let me quickly just find my images. If we were to upload our images and just add an image, and we're okay. Then we've updated our record. Again, all the complexity of the update action is actually residing in the update stored procedure. In this case, it's a very simple stored procedure. And all that the FrameworX developer really did was hook up the action to the stored procedure and configure the GUI.